How are you? How's your COVID?
Oh, it's finally getting a little bit better.
That's good.
Yeah, I haven't moved for like a week.
You're doing yoga today, so that's good. Take it at your own pace.
This is the first day of movement.
Okay. Take it nice and easy. I'm good.
Oh, you look good.
We need to hang out. Okay. I'm putting you on mute now. Muted you. Okay. Is Taylor coming? I gotta text Roman. Where's that guy been? Get his butt back to class. Yeah. So what's his excuse? So, come on, Roman. Okay, friends. All right, everybody. Happy Sunday. Thank you guys so much for coming. Announcement. I won't be teaching this class next Sunday because I'm going camping. Sorry. So this class will be canceled next Sunday. And then the one after that, I'm going to be teaching at Mosaic. So I'll be teaching at 9 a.m. Power and then 10:30 a.m. Restore Mosaic Yoga the last weekend of the month. Yeah, I think that's all. Any questions, comments, concerns before we start to this practice? Okay, we'll just practice. So go ahead and find Child's Pose. Start in Child's Pose today. So knees can come out wide, knees can be together. Maybe somewhere in between. Or if you want, you can take a moment. So maybe you want to crawl your hands to one side and then the other. Maybe you want to swivel your hips from side to side. So just any little movements that feel good right away in your body. And then eventually it's coming to rest in Child's Pose. So give yourself these first few moments to just really arrive in this space. So whatever you've got going on in your life outside of these four walls, see if you can let it just start to kind of fall away for now. So you don't need to be anywhere else. You don't need to show up for anybody else. You don't need to change or fix or control anything at all. So allow yourself to just be here. To just feel the ground underneath you. Give all of your weight to it. Let it support you. Feel the air on your skin, the space around you, the energy around you, and then also the energy within you. So what's going on inside? What sensations are there? What feelings are there? What emotions are there? Notice the rise and fall of each breath. Next time you breathe in, fill up as big as you can. Hold at the very, very top. And then when you are ready, huge open mouth sigh, just let it go. Do that a couple more times. So great big inhale, fill up. Take a moment to pause in fullness. Sip in a little bit extra. And then when you're ready, big sigh. One more time. So biggest inhale you've taken all morning long. Think of waking your body up from the inside by using your breath. So fill all the little spaces up with prana, life force. And then when you're ready, huge open mouth sigh. Just let it go. Release it out. Good, you guys. Rise up to your hands and your knees and start to cultivate your Ujjayi breath as you begin to explore just any intuitive movement that calls to you today. So go ahead and move through some cat-cows or some hip circles. If you want to stay back in a child's pose a little longer, totally fine with me. Feel free to keep your eyes closed. So this is not a practice that we do with our thinking, talking, judging mind. It's a practice we do with our body, with our felt senses. So start to feel into your spine. Start to feel into your hips, your shoulders, even your hands, your fingers, your wrists, your forearms. And all the while, you're tuning into your breath. You're cultivating that deep diaphragmatic breath. So in and out through your nose by way of the back of your throat. Start to create that whisper noise, that oceanic sound. Good, everyone. I would say give yourself about 4 or 5 more rounds here. Just anything that feels good. And then downward facing dog is our eventual destination. So no rush, but you can start transitioning back in your own way and in your own time whenever you're ready. As you move back into your down dog, keep that exploration going, that intuitive movement. So keep feeling into your body, keep breathing, big diaphragmatic breath, slow, spacious. As you move into your down dog, might feel good to pedal out your heels, might feel good to bend both knees a lot and just focus on lengthening from your fingertips all the way up to your sit bones. Maybe you want to take one leg to the sky and then the other. So anything goes, just feeling into your pose. Spread your fingers really wide. Grip the ground with the pads of your fingertips and push the ground away. So rather than feeling like all of your weight is moving down into your hands, instead, feel like you're using your hands to take energy from the earth and move it up through your arms, up through your side bodies, and then feel that lift that comes from your center. So that invisible rope that's attached to your belly button, it's pulling up, it's tugging towards the top corner of the back wall. So if it feels better to keep a big bend in your knees, then bend your knees. Make sure you can breathe. Feel your inhales expand inside of you, create more space inside of you. And then exhale, connect to your center, navel to spine connection at the end of every exhalation. Awesome poses, you guys. Let's take one more great big breath into our down dog. And then at the end of your exhale, just slowly begin to crawl your hands to the back of your yoga mat until you find yourself in a forward fold. So eventually all of your weight comes into your feet, little or huge bend in your knees. Feet hips width distance apart, or maybe even a little bit wider for this first one. All 10 toes face forward. Inhale to a halfway lift position, and then pause right here. Bend your left knee a lot. Bring your left fingertips to the ground underneath your heart, and then right arm to the sky, little twist. So left hand down, right arm up. Keep your right leg as straight as you can. Stay rooted through the inner edge of your right foot. And imagine you're trying to pull your right hip towards the back wall. So really creating space down the back of your right leg, maybe down the side of your right thigh, your IT band. See if you can use your breath to twist a little bit further. So inhale, lengthen your spine, and exhale, twist from your center. One more round. Nice job, you guys. End of your next exhale, unwind and just switch to the other side. So right knee bends a lot, right fingertips on the ground, and then left arm to the sky. So it's not a forward fold with a twist. It's a spinal extension with a twist. Spine long, crown reaches forward, left butt cheek pulls back. Stay rooted through the inner edge of your left foot and get your left leg as straight as you can. Breathe. So if you're holding your breath, nothing good is happening in your body. So let yourself soften around the pose, soften around the discomfort. Use your breath. Take one more round. Nice halls. End of your exhalation, let it go. Forward fold. And just give yourself a moment, maybe a ragdoll pose. Grab opposite elbows. Maybe hands behind your head. Interlace your fingers at the base of your skull. Give the back of your neck some traction if you'd like. See if you can find a little sway, a little bob perhaps. See if you can feel that invisible rope attached to your belly button. It's just pulling straight up towards the ceiling now. So feel a connection to your center. Butt reaches higher, crown closer to the ground. Take one last round. Next time you breathe in, spinal extension. So halfway lift, one more time. Exhale, fold, let it go. Root through your feet, reverse swan dive. Take it all the way to stand. Heart leads. Inhale, stretch your arms up, gaze up. Exhale, hands to your heart. All right, flow with your breath for just a moment. Inhale, high mountain, stretch tall. And exhale, swan dive down. So stick your butt out, reach your heart forward, then release. Forward fold. Halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Spine parallel to the earth, to the horizon. Yes, exhale, fold, and let it go. From the press of your feet, lead with your heart. So come through your halfway lift and take it all the way to stand. Arms to the sky, big inhalation. And hands to heart center, exhale. Inhale, take your arms up. And then this time, hands behind your back, interlace your fingers. So getting into our shoulders, roll your shoulders back and down, shoulder blades squeeze towards your spine. If you want a little bit more, even press your palms together. Try not to lock out your elbows and see if you can start to reach your hands back, possibly even add a little back bend. So lift your heart up as you take your knuckles down and gently press your hips forward. Hug in with your inner thighs. Breathe into the front of your heart. See if you can feel your breath move all the way down into your belly. One more in breath. And then as you exhale, keep your clasp, hinge at your hips, slow swan dive down. You might bend your knees a lot. So hold in your forward fold with your fingers interlaced about 2 or 3 rounds. Let your neck relax, so no straining through your neck. Rather than gazing forward, let your head be heavy. Maybe shake your head yes, no. See if you can lift your butt. See if you can lift your knuckles. Work that opening in the front of your shoulders. One last big inhale. Good work. Exhale, hands to your low back. Release your clasp. Let your arms hang down for a moment. You might give them a nice little shake out. Next time you inhale, find your halfway lift position. And then as you exhale, start to crawl your hands to the top of your mat with awareness, with intention. So strong through your belly. Slowly coming into a plank position, top of a push-up. So shoulders over your wrists, hips level with your shoulders. Take a great big inhale and push the ground away. And then as you exhale, just lift your hips up and back, down dog. So you don't have to move your hands or your feet. Just lift your hips, press them back. Yes. Inhale, come forward, high plank. So you can come way forward onto your tippy toes. And then exhale again, lift your hips, press them back, down dog. This time we're gonna add a push-up. So inhale, come forward, high plank. Come to your knees if you wanna modify. Exhale, halfway down, chaturanga, hold. Inhale, push back up, high plank. And then exhale, takes you back, down dog, stretch it out. One more time, inhale, rock forward, high plank or modify. Slow motion, halfway down. Try not to let your shoulders roll forward. Don't let your hips sink. Inhale, push up. Thanks, Jamie. And exhale, back to down dog. You can hang out here if you want. Otherwise, inhale, rock forward. Move through a vinyasa however you would like. So back bend of your choice. You can take a couple of breaths there if you want. Eventually, everybody downward facing dog, no rush. Thanks, Julie. Big, deep breath. So once you're back in down dog, reconnect to your breath. Recalibrate through your body. So notice what's going on inside over and over and over again. Downward facing dog. How much space can you create? How much length? And then how skillful can you be in your body? How efficient can you be in your body? So if it feels like all your weight is in your wrist, how can you adjust? If it feels like all your weight is in your shoulders, how can you shift? If it feels so uncomfortable in your legs, maybe try bending your knees, see how it feels. So forever and ever being curious in every single pose, even the ones we do thousands of times, noticing in this moment what's going on inside of you and how you can adjust or respond to get the most out of the posture today. Take one more big inhale into your down dog. Hips super high, spine super long. This time as you exhale, gaze to the top of your yoga mat, step, tiptoe, or hop, forward fold. Once you have arrived, find your spinal extension. Breathe in. Beautiful, nice Ash. Exhale, let it go. Nice Christine. From the press of your feet, lead with your heart. Reverse swan dive all the way up. Inhale, arms reach, stretch tall. Nice Cam. Exhale, hands to your heart center. All right, my friends. Inhale, take your arms up. And then we're going to go into our chair plane pose as we exhale. So bend your knees, swing your arms back. Low in your legs, but still lifted in your heart. So you're not rounding and looking down at the ground. You're doing a little cobra in your chest. Back muscles squeeze around your spine. So shoulders roll back and down. Palms either face each other or they face down towards the ground. Lower in your legs. So bend your knees a lot and see if you can pick up your toes, spread them apart. Notice if you're still connected to your center, pull navel to spine. Yes, you can stay right here. Or option, a little balance challenge, float up to your tiptoes. Once you're on your tiptoes, you might be able to bend your knees just a little bit more, lift your heels a little bit higher. Take one more round of breath. As you inhale, set your heels down, arcing Tadasana. So rise up, cactus your arms, lift your heart. And then exhale, bring your hands to prayer at your third eye center. And slowly swan dive down, heart leads, forward fold. Breathe in, find your halfway lift position. And then with your exhale, plant your hands, feet back, vinyasa, however you would like. Find your way back to downward facing dog. You can always skip it if you would rather. Nice job, you guys. So slow, spacious breaths in your down dog. Ujjayi. Can you feel it and also hear it? Next time you inhale, take your right leg to the sky, three-legged down dog. So for this one, hips stay square, inner thighs face each other. Make your right leg strong and powerful. I don't care how high it goes, but I do care about length and strength. Maybe play with your left leg. So you might bend your left knee and come up high on the ball of your left foot, almost like you're going to pounce forward at any second. You could also work your left leg towards straight, press down through your left heel. Just make sure you don't get lazy and dump into your left hip. So hug in with your left inner thigh, stay connected to your center. Take one more big inhale, strong through your right leg, lift from your belly button. Exhale, right knee to your nose. So scoop out your belly, round your spine. Stay here as you breathe in. You should be on your back, tippy toes, push the ground away. And then as you exhale, step your right foot through, low lunge. Rise up to your crescent lunge in your own time. So front knee over front ankle. High on the ball of your back foot, rise up and settle it. So this is definitely a balancing pose. There's an element of balance happening in that back leg. Make your back leg strong. Even your back foot should feel strong. Pull front hip back, back hip forward. So you're plugging the femur bones into the sockets. Yes, you guys look so good. Find that connection to the center, navel to spine. And as you feel that, See if you can lift your heart even higher, grow your spine even longer. Maybe gaze up, soften your face, and just feel in your body this posture. So you're not thinking about anything else right now. You're just feeling Crescent Lunge. You're breathing into it, softening around those hard edges. Take one more big inhale. As you exhale, bring your hands back to the ground. Root down into your right foot. Float your left leg to the sky for standing splits. So again, I don't care how high your left leg goes. I do care that there's energy running all the way up into your left toes. So either flex your foot, point your toes, or floint. So it's like a pointed foot with flexed toes, like a little Barbie foot. You can stay where you're at, or if you want, you can play a little bit. Maybe you wrap your right arm behind your right leg. Maybe you plant your palms, lift up to your right tiptoes, use your right leg as a little springboard, play with some handstand hops. So wherever you feel like going, nice M. If you're holding standing splits, neck is relaxed, face is soft. Use each exhale to dive just a little bit deeper. Take one last big inhalation, lift your left leg high. And then as you exhale, left knee to your nose. So just curl in, both knees bend. It's like you're in a little tiny ball balanced on your right foot. Inhale, standing split. So left leg goes back up. And then as you exhale, step your left foot to the back of your mat. Set up for a warrior two. So your back foot is parallel to the back of your mat. Windmill your arms up. Virabhadrasana 2. So right toes face directly forward towards me. Left toes face directly to the left. And then as you bend deeply into your front knee, make sure your butt's not sticking out. So wrap your right butt cheek underneath you. Tone through your low abdominal. See if you can feel your front knee tracking towards your pinky toes. So really press into the outer edge of your front foot. Next time you breathe in, legs stay the same, but try to reach towards the front wall. So like you're sliding your rib cage. Reach, 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 reach. Then tip it over. Right hand towards the ground, left arm towards the sky. You can also bring your right elbow to your right thigh if you want. You could also take your left arm forward. So lengthening your left side, reach for the front wall. If the half bind or the full bind is in your practice, you would like to go there, feel free. Give yourself about 2 or 3 more breaths. Keep wrapping your right butt cheek. Keep pressing into the outer edges of both feet. Back leg stays strong. Imagine you want to rotate your heart to look up at the sky. Nice, Chris. Good, Jamie. One last round, your fullest expression. Next time you inhale from the press of your feet, rise up, reach both arms up, straighten your front leg and parallel your feet. So take a moment here, root through your feet, lengthen through your spine and your side bodies. One more inhale. As you exhale, hinge at your hips, stick your butt out, reach your heart forward, and then all the way down you go, wide-legged forward fold. Anywhere you would like to take this for about 5 deep breaths. So you can hold where you're at, simply focus on your breath. Make little tiny adjustments from the inside. Or feel free to move around, explore. Maybe you want to twist, Skandasana, headstand, little handstand hop. Wherever you choose to go, your breath is right there with you. Stay present. So everything else gets to disappear. You get to be with yourself. So use this time. Use it to connect with deeper parts of who you are. Last couple rounds. All right, inhale, find a halfway lift position, fingertips on the ground. So bend your knees if needed. And then slowly crawl your hands to the top of your mat, rotate your toes forward. Nice and easy, Cam. All right, from low lunge, we're gonna move into a 3-legged down dog. So take your right leg all the way back and up, breathe in. As you exhale, straight to down dog or rock forward, 3-legged plank, regular plank, modified, it's up to you. Chaturanga, lower down. Heart lifts as you inhale. You're welcome to stay for an extra breath or two. And then eventually everybody downward facing dog. Just reconnect to your body, to your Ujjayi breath. Notice, feel, observe. Next inhalation, take your left leg to the sky, three-legged down dog. So pause for a moment, hips square. Maybe get curious about your right leg. What does it feel like if you bend your knee and come up to the ball of your right foot? What does it feel like if you press your heel down, working to lengthen the back of your right leg? What feels more skillful in your body? What are you getting more out of today? So be there and then feel it. Breathe into it. Take one last inhale, strong through your left leg, active through your left foot. Exhale, left knee to your nose. So use your core, scoop out your belly. Stay here as you inhale, push the ground away. Lift higher through your waistline. And then exhale, step through softly, low lunge, up to crescent lunge, no rush. So front knee over front ankle, high on the ball of your back foot. If you do want to take a warrior one instead as a modification, that's fine with me. I hardly ever teach warrior one because I hate the alignment in the back leg, but whatever feels best in your body. If you're in crescent, front hip pulls back, back hip pulls forward. You're plugging those femur bones in. So you're not sinking into your joints. You're strong and stable in your joints, and then you're stretching your muscles. Beautiful poses. You guys look so good. Soften through your face, unclench your jaw. Let everything else fall away and just feel what it feels like to be in your crescent lunge, to breathe into your crescent lunge. Maybe even take your gaze up a little bit. Maybe even spread your fingers like there's energy shooting out of them. Take one more big inhale, reach high. Exhale, hands come down slowly and mindfully. Left foot roots down. Take your right leg to the sky, standing splits. So think of it as just a one-legged forward fold. That's all it really is. I don't care how high left leg goes, or excuse me, right leg. Your right leg is lifting, yes. I don't care how high, but just make it active. So energy running all the way up into your right toes. Stay where you're at, or if you want to play a little bit, go for it. Maybe take some hops, maybe play with your balance, left arm behind left leg, hand behind ankle, forearm behind calf, elbow behind knee. And then use that as leverage to work your forehead closer to your shin, nose closer to your knee. Relax your neck, soften your face, lift with your belly button. So the more you can figure out how to use your center, the less you're gonna feel stressed in every other part of your body. Take one more big, huge inhale. See if you can lift your right leg a millimeter higher. As you exhale, right knee to your nose. So curl in, hollow out. Both knees are bent. You're in a tiny little ball on your left foot. Inhale, re-extend your right leg up, standing splits. And then exhale, step your right foot all the way back, setting up for your warrior two stance. So right foot parallel to the back edge of your mat, cartwheel your arms up. Yes, and then settle in. So left toes face forward, right toes face to the right. Deep bend in your front knee as you track your front knee towards your pinky toe. Yeah, very nice, you guys. Slow and steady inhales and exhales. Next time you breathe in, reach forward like you want to touch the front wall. So reach, reach, reach. Legs stay the same. And then just tip it over so everything stays nice and open. Heart, hips. Yeah, shoulders. Keep wrapping your left butt cheek. You can take your right arm towards the front wall if you'd like, lengthening through your right side body. You can take the half bind or the full bind if it's in your practice, if you want to go there. Wherever you are at, big, spacious breath. Let it fill you up and then empty you out. Good. Send your breath to those muscles that are heating up. Send your breath to those muscles that are talking to you. Take one more round. Good job. Next time you inhale, rise up. So press into your feet, rise up, straighten your front leg. Parallel your feet, both arms to the sky. Take one more moment here, and if you feel like you need to adjust your stance, go for it. Last big inhale, maybe a little gaze up. And then as you exhale, swan dive down. So butt back, heart forward, and then let it go. Wide-legged fold, anywhere you want to take it. So you can do the same thing you did before or something completely different. Big, expansive inhales. So use your inhales to make you feel lighter, to make you feel more buoyant. It's like you're made of light on the inside. And then exhale, find that intrinsic strength, that connection to the deepest part of yourself, your very, very center. In yoga, we call it Uddiyana Bandha, your core lock, that navel to spine connection. Last couple rounds. Soften your face, unclench your jaw. Next time you breathe in, find your halfway lift position, fingertips on the ground. So bend your knees if needed. And then crawl your hands forward, rotate your toes forward, low lunge. From your low lunge, three-legged down dog. So take your left leg all the way back and up, inhale. As you exhale, rock forward, high plank, or your variation of plank to chaturanga. Lower down slowly. Lift your heart as you breathe in. If you want to give yourself an extra breath or two, feel free. When you're ready, take it back, downward facing dog. Good job, my friend. So reconnect to your Ujjayi breath. Reconnect to your body. Everything you feel inside. We're going to move through that entire sequence a couple more times. One breath, one movement. So it doesn't mean we speed through it without paying attention, without breathing deeply. It means we breathe super deeply. We let our breath guide us. So we're moving slowly. We're moving intentionally with our big, deep breaths. If at any time you want to take a break, you want to go on your own, fine with me. So this is always your practice first. Take all of my cues as invitations. One more big inhale into your down dog. If you're coming with me, exhale, look to the top of your yoga mat, empty out, step or float, forward fold. Once you have arrived, find your halfway lift position, lots of length, breathe in. Exhale, bow, let it go. From the press of your feet, take it all the way to stand. Inhale, arms to the sky. And hands to your heart as you exhale. All right, friends, here we go. Inhale, take your arms up, high mountain. Exhale, you choose chair plane or drinking bird. So swing your arms back, maybe float up to your tiptoes. Heart stays lifted. As you inhale, heels down, arcing Tadasana. So rise up, open up, cactus your arms, lift your heart. And exhale, prayer hands at your third eye center. Slow dive. Let your breath guide you all the way down into your fold. Inhale, find your halfway lift position. So lots of length. And exhale, plant your hands, step or float back. Chaturanga Dandasana. Try to keep that exhale going as you lower. Inhale, peel your heart open, roll your shoulders back and down, little tone in your belly. Exhale, downward facing dog. Very nice. Great big inhale, right leg to the sky. So strong, powerful, intentional with your right leg. Now use your core. Exhale, step your right foot through, low lunge. Crescent lunge with your in-breath. So strong foundation in your legs. Rise, lift your heart, lift your gaze. Exhale slowly, hands come to the ground so you're not speeding through even these simple transitions. Inhale, standing splits, left leg floats high. Exhale, tiny little ball balancing on your right foot. So curl in, get small. Re-extend your left leg. If you want, you can try a little handstand hop. Ooh, and then exhale, step back. Warrior two with your in-breath. So rise as you breathe in. Exhale, side angle, reach forward, tip it all the way over, empty all the way out. Press into your feet, inhale, rise up, reach up, straighten your front leg, parallel your feet. Exhale, swan dive down. So butt back, heart forward, and then crown towards the ground, butt towards the sky as you empty out. Halfway lift position, fingertips down. Exhale, walk your hands forward, rotate your toes forward, back to a low lunge. Inhale, three-legged down dog, take your right leg high. Exhale, straight to down dog or rock forward, chaturanga. You can make it your own. Nice, Jules. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, lift your hips, downward facing dog. Great big inhalation. Take your left leg to the sky. Now use your core strength. Step your left foot through as soft as possible. Exhale. Rise with your in-breath, crescent lunge. Strong foundation in your legs. Lift your heart, lift your gaze, soften your face. Exhale, hands to the earth. Root into your left foot. Right leg floats up. Inhale, standing splits. Active through your toes. Exhale, curl in, right knee to your nose. So get small, empty out. Inhale, re-extend your right leg high. You can take a handstand hop if you want. And then exhale, step your right foot back. Back foot parallel with the back edge. Inhale, warrior two, rise. As you exhale, side angle. So reach forward and then tip it over. Everything stays open as you empty out. Inhale, press into your feet, rise up, reach up, straighten your front leg, parallel your feet. Swan dive down, exhale, crown towards the ground, butt towards the sky, navel to spine. Breathe in, halfway lift position, fingertips down, so bend your knees as much as needed. And then slowly walk your hands forward as you exhale, low lunge. Inhale to your three-legged down dog. So left leg back and up. Straight to down dog if you want, or exhale, rock forward, chaturanga, lower down. Heart lifts with your inhale. Put your elbow tips at the back wall. Try not to lock them out. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take just a moment here. Slow down your breath if it's sped up. Feel into your body, reconnect. We've got one more time through. Listen for just a few small changes. You can take them if you want. If not, let them go. One more big inhale into your down dog. Exhale, look to the top of your yoga mat, step or float, forward fold. With your inhalation, spinal extension, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, let it go, fold in, empty out. Press into your feet, lead with your heart all the way to stand. Inhale, arms to the sky. Hands to heart, exhale. All right, listen carefully, friends. We're gonna add a side body stretch. Inhale, reach up, grab your left wrist. Exhale, side body stretch to the right, send your hips to the left like a crescent moon shape. Inhale, back to center, switch your grip. Other side, up and over, exhale. Empty all the way out. Inhale, back up. Chair planer, drinking bird. So exhale, swing your arms back, bend your knees, maybe float to your tiptoes. Heels on the ground for arcing Tadasana. Inhale, rise up, open up, cactus your arms, lift your heart, gaze up. Exhale, prayer hands at your third eye center, and then slow dive all the way down. Breathe in, nice and long through your spine, realign. As you breathe out, plant your hands, step your feet back, chaturanga, strong arms, strong belly. Inhale to curl open, to peel your heart open. Thanks, Jamie. Exhale, takes you back, down dog. Now listen here, my friends. Inhale your right leg to the sky. You can hang out or exhale, right knee, left elbow. Use your obliques. Get as close as you can. Good. Inhale, three-legged dog. Stretch it out. Right knee, right elbow or armpit. So get as high as you can on your right arm. Inhale, three-legged dog. Take it back up. Stretch. Now, everybody, as you exhale, knee to your nose and then step forward, low lunge. Rise up, crescent lunge, inhale. Now listen, friends, exhale, airplane lunge or full airplane. So option for a little balance here if you would like. Arm swing back, maybe back leg floats up. So just like our chair plane, but now we're balanced on one foot or in a lunge position. Heart slightly lifted. So think of a smiley face shape from the top of your head back to your toes. Back toes are active. Take one more round, your fullest expression, whatever that looks like for you today. Very nice. End of your exhale, back to crescent, soft landing. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, hands to the earth slowly. Inhale, standing splits. Right foot roots, left leg lifts. Your hands are there to help with balance. Exhale, tiny little ball, left knee to your nose. Curl in, get small. Inhale, standing splits. Option for a handstand hop if you would like. And then exhale, step your left foot back. Back foot parallel to the back edge of your mat. Warrior two as you inhale, rise. Exhale, side angle. Reach forward, tip it over, empty all the way out. Inhale, rise up, both arms to the sky. Straighten your front leg, parallel your feet. Swan dive down, exhale, wide-legged forward fold, crown towards the ground, butt towards the sky, navel to spine, empty out. Halfway lift position, fingertips on the ground, bend your knees if needed. Slowly spider crawl your hands to the top of your mat, low lunge. Inhale, three-legged down dog. Now listen, open up your right hip this time. So bend your right knee and peel it open. Stay here, or option to flip your dog. Right foot comes down behind you. Right arm reaches forward. Heart reaches forward. Press your hips up towards the sky. Feel your back muscles hug around your spine. One more round, those of you in the back bend. Beautiful. Come back. Regular down dog. Everybody just walk it out for a moment. You can keep walking it out in your down dog a little bit longer. Or next inhale, rock forward to high plank. Option to hover your right leg if you want. Exhale, chaturanga, slowly lower. Heart lifts, breathe in, shoulders back and down, elbow tips point at the back wall. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg to the sky. Stay here, or exhale, left knee, right elbow. Use your breath, use your obliques. Inhale, three-legged dog, stretch it out. Nice climb. Exhale, left to left. So aim high, aim for your left armpits. Inhale, back up, stretch, lengthen, lift from your center. And then exhale, last one, knee to your nose, step through low lunge. Good, Harlan. Rise up to crescent lunge. So strong foundation, arms reach, breathe in. And then as you exhale, remember we've got our airplane lunge or full airplane. So hinge forward, reach back. You can keep your back foot on the ground or play with your balance. Back foot floats up, smiley face shape from the top of your head back to your toes. So hip square, it might be helpful to bend your standing leg a little bit more. Yes, awesome. Take one more round, your fullest expression, soft through your face. And back to your crescent lunge. So step back softly, inhale, arms to the sky, gaze up. Exhale, hands come down. Root into your left foot, standing splits. Inhale, your right leg lifts. Exhale, curl in, round your spine, hollow out your belly, empty out. Inhale, re-extend your right leg up. If you want, you can try a little hop. And then exhale, step your right foot all the way back. Set up for your warrior two with your in-breath. Virabhadrasana 2, rise. Exhale, side angle. So reach forward, tip it over, empty out. From the press of your feet, inhale, rise. Both arms to the sky. Straighten your front leg, parallel your feet. And one last time, dive down, wide-legged forward fold all the way to empty. Halfway lift position. Inhale, fingertips down. Exhale, crawl your hands to the top of your mat. Nice and easy, low lunge. Three-legged down dog, so left leg to the sky. Now open up your left hip. So bend your knee, reach your knee out and up. It's just like your left hip is a hinge on a door. Your left leg is the door. It swings open. Stay here, or you know where to go. Flip your dog. Left foot comes down behind. Left arm forward, heart forward. Good job, you guys. Send your breath all the way down into your belly. Take one last round. Those of you in the back bend. End of your exhale, downward facing dog. So everybody, both feet, both hands on the ground, just walk it out. Walk it out a little longer, or inhale, rock forward, plank position, option to hover left leg. Exhale, chaturanga. Strong arms, strong belly, lift your heart. Breathe in, open up. And then everybody choose down dog, child's pose, or hero's pose. So whatever position will allow you to just take a moment to check in, to come back. Yeah, so either letting the ground hold all of your weight in child's pose, seated meditation, maybe close your eyes and just feel your breath. Now is the perfect time to grab a drink if you need one. If you're back in down dog, just stretch it out. So notice whatever there is to notice, feel whatever there is to feel, and even notice what your mind is doing. So if your mind is talking to you, if it's judging you, notice that. If it's judging someone else, notice that. And we're not here to judge ourselves and think, oh my gosh, you're so bad at yoga, you're so bad at meditating, your mind won't stop talking. It's just what our minds do. So let them do it and just notice, separate yourself from your thoughts. Let them come and go. So that'll stop giving them so much power. And eventually those thoughts will become just a little bit softer. It'll become easier to just observe your thoughts rather than getting lost in them. So use this time to practice observing, to practice separating yourself from those uncomfortable emotions. Know that they're only temporary. Give them space inside of you. Breathe into them. Everybody in your next about 3 rounds, downward facing dog. So I always say this, but I feel like it's so super important. This is the part of class where you're like, okay, I'm tired, I'm ready to be done. You're not done yet. So see if you can use your breath as your second wind. So your body's tired, your muscles are getting tired, but your breath is brand new every single time you inhale. So use those strong, powerful inhalations, those stronger, longer exhalations to power you through the rest of your practice from the inside. So really hone in on your breath. You can figure out how to use it. It is such a powerful tool, not just on your mat, but out there in the world, in your real life as well. So keep exploring. From your down dog, take a great big inhale. And then as you exhale, just look to the top of your yoga mat, step or float, forward fold. Once you've arrived, find your spinal extension. Breathe in, lengthen out. Exhale, let it go, refold. From the press of your feet, lead with your heart, rise all the way up, arms to the sky, inhale. Exhale, hands to heart center. All right, keep your hands at your heart and just balance on your right foot, lift your left knee up. So for just a moment, balance here, focus your gaze, hug in with your inner thighs and activate your left toes. So flex, 4-point, I don't care, just make them active. And then keep everything the same, just start to open and close your hip. It's like a hinge on a door is swinging open and close. Try not to move your right leg, so it's really hard not to sink into your right hip. Next time your left knee opens out to the left, we're moving into tree pose. So you can either just place your foot, or if you need to use your hand, help your foot up to your inner thigh. Hands can stay at your heart. Keep pressing leg into foot, foot back into leg. So you're hugging towards midline. If you want to take your arms up, if you want to explore with your arms, go for it. I hardly ever teach tree pose and I don't know why. So tone your belly. Imagine you're trying to reach your tailbone down rather than stick your butt out. Press foot into leg, leg into foot. So it's almost like you're zipping up a zipper through your midline. Everything hugs in and lifts up. Slow, deep breaths. Yes, good job, you guys. For some reason, I think this is one of the hardest balancing poses. I don't know why. Take one more round. Come out slowly, just like we came in. So bring your hands back to your heart. Remove your left foot from your leg and bring your left knee back to center. Good. From here, keep your hands at your heart and slowly warrior 3. So left foot goes back. Find a strong straight line from the top of your head back to your left heel, hips square. Bring your right hand to the ground under your shoulder, and then we're opening it up into a half moon. So your left arm can either peel open, opening through the left side of your chest, let your left hip open. If you want to bring your left hand to left hip, you want to open up into the bound variation, bend your left knee, grab hold of your left foot, feel free. Take about 2 or 3 more rounds working into your balancing half moon. Hips open, heart open, shoulders open, back leg strong. So if your back leg is still extended, then make sure it's strong and powerful, almost like you're trying to stomp your left foot on the back wall. Good, you guys. Let yourself fall in and out. That's part of the practice, so be compassionate. Take one more big inhale, maybe left leg lifts a little higher. Now listen, exhale, forward fold. Step your left foot down at the top of your yoga mat, nice and easy. Give your right leg a little shake out. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to plank. Pause here, side plank, right hand is your base. So you can either roll onto the baby toe edge of your right foot, or if you want to bring your right knee down, totally fine. If your bottom knee is not on the ground, then rather than letting your hips drop down, lift your hips up super high. Use those oblique muscles rather than sinking into your wrist and your shoulder. Option to take your left arm forward, nice pulse. So lengthen through your left side body. Maybe even float your left leg up, lift your hips even higher. Nice, Jamie. One last big, huge in-breath. Awesome, Chris. Exhale, plank or modified plank. Inhale at the top of your push-up. Exhale to slowly lower down, one strong straight line. Start with just a baby cobra. So use your back strength to lift your heart. See if you can keep your heart lifted. Float your hands up and reach your hands back towards the back wall. Go ahead and float your feet up as well. Reach your toes back. So try to spread your toes or point your toes if you'd rather. Just be active. Reach your toes, reach your fingers back. See if you can hug in with your inner thighs and then hug in with your back muscles. So even your mid-back muscles squeeze around your spine. Lift your heart a little higher rather than straining through the back of your neck. Gaze slightly down so back of your neck is long. One last big, huge in-breath. Breathe down into your low belly. Exhale, let it go. Ah, good work. Nice, Christine. You can rest your head to either side. I think it feels good to move my hips a little bit from side to side or windshield wiper my shins. So if either of those sound good to you, go for it. And then in your next couple rounds, tabletop position, just hands and knees. All right, so tabletop, spread your fingers wide and really push the ground away. So you should feel your shoulders and your arms get strong rather than feeling like you're just sinking into your elbows and your wrist joints. So keep that strength in your arms, draw your belly button in and up, feel a connection to center. Take your right arm forward, left leg back, spinal balance, strong straight line. So for right now, not a smiley face shape, strong straight line. Palm faces in, thumb faces up, and then your back foot, it's like you're kind of stomping on the back wall. Take one more big inhale, strong, powerful. Exhale, slow motion, elbow to knee. Move as smooth as you can. So curl in and round your spine. Inhale, re-extend like you're moving through honey. Get long, get strong. Yes. Exhale, elbow to knee, slow and smooth. Hollow out, empty out. Inhale, lengthen. Now listen, as you exhale this time, right arm reaches towards the back of the room. Left knee bends, heel towards your butt. Lift your heart. So not just your head, but lift your heart, lift your chest. If it's available to you, grab hold of your foot or your ankle. And then start to work the pose from there. So kick foot into hand, pull hand back into foot, hug in with your inner thighs to stay out of your low back. Lift your heart and breathe down into your belly. Good job, my friend. Soften your face. One last round, fullest expression. End of your exhale, ever so slowly release. Come back to your spinal balance. Breathe in, neutral spine. One more time, elbow to knee, curl in, should feel good, round, hollow out. Yeah, inhale, lengthen. Nice, Julian. Exhale, set your hand and knee back on the ground, tabletop position. Take your right leg straight out to the right now with your toes facing forward. So it's like a half wide-legged straddle position. Your heel comes straight out from your hip. Take your left arm out to the left, reach it all the way up. Inhale. Exhale, thread your left arm underneath you as far as you can. Then come down to rest outside of your shoulder, outside of your head. So it's like you're reaching through and trying to grab hold of your right big toe. If that's available to you, you can peace fingers around your right big toe for the bind if that feels like it will serve you. Maybe you take your right arm behind your back. Maybe you press down with your right fingertips. Breathe into your back body. So very intentionally, upper back, mid back, low back, expand with each inhale. And then exhale all the way to empty, navel to spine with each exhalation. Take about 2 or 3 more breaths. Soften your face. Loosen up through your forehead. Unclench your jaw. Good, everyone. If you do happen to have your right hand lifted, bring your right palm back to the earth. Next time you inhale, unthread your left arm. Reach it all the way up one more time as high as you can. If it's helpful, you can lift your right fingertips. And then left hand down. Good job. Pick up your right foot and swing your right leg all the way over. So your right tiptoes come off the left side of your mat. Pull your hips over to the right. And then look back at your right tiptoes. I like to bend my left elbow and round my spine a little bit. You might play, arch your back, bend both elbows, whatever feels good. See if you can find a little sweet spot for yourself. One more big breath. End of your exhale, regular tabletop. And then regular downward facing dog. Take it back, walk it out. If you feel like a vinyasa would be good for you, would feel nice, just kind of a reset, feel free to take one on your own, rock forward. Otherwise, just walk it out for a moment in your down dog. Slow, steady breath. One more inhale. Exhale, look to the top of your yoga mat, however you want to get there. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Stick your butt out, reach your crown forward, back of your neck long. Exhale, bow, let it go. From the press of your feet, take it all the way to stand. Big stretch, inhale. And hands to heart, exhale. All right, keep your hands at your heart for now. Root into your left foot, float your right knee up. So as you float your right knee up, nothing else really happens in your body. So you don't sink into your left hip, just nice and even. flex or point your right toes, and then keeping everything the same, start to open and close your hip. So feel from your hip joint that range of motion. See if you can keep everything else still, so everything else is stabilizing. Next time you open up your hip, let's move into our tree pose. You can either just place your foot, ankle, calf. I would try to avoid right on your knee. If you want to use your hand to help your foot up to your inner thigh, feel free. Hug in towards midline. So foot presses into leg, leg presses back into foot. If I press my foot into my leg and I don't press back into my foot, that's what happens. So everything hugs in, zips up. If you want to, try taking your arms up, maybe explore a little bit, bring some wind into your branches, whatever you like. Play with your gaze. Feel that connection to center. If it feels like your butt is sticking out, see if you can lengthen through your low back, reach your tailbone towards the ground a little more. Slow and steady breath. Soften your face. Couple more rounds. If you fall in and out, awesome. That means you've met an edge. That means you're challenging yourself. Come back in when you're ready. All right, let's bring our hands back to our heart. And then just like we came into it, slowly take your right foot off your leg, bring your right knee back to midline. So square off your hips. And then from here, warrior three with our hands at our heart center. So start to hinge at your hips as you kick your right leg back. Find that strong straight line of energy. And then start moving into your balancing half moon at any time. Left fingertips to the ground. Maybe you've got a block you're using under your left hand. Right arm can either peel open as you open your heart. Maybe you want to take your right hand to your hip. Maybe you want to move into the bound variation. So try to let everything open towards the right side of the room. Right hip stacks on top of left. Right shoulder stacks on top of left. Heart is open. Breath is big and spacious. Back leg is strong and powerful. Nice job. So I like to imagine I'm karate kicking with my back leg. It's so strong. Stay open. Keep breathing. Soften around it. Soften through your face. Soften through your outer shell. One last huge inhale. Maybe lift your right leg a tiny bit higher. Nice and easy. Forward fold. So bring your right foot down, top of your mat. Maybe give your left leg a little shake out. Kind of pedal out your heels or move your hips from side to side a bit. Find those big deep breaths. Halfway lift with an inhale. Good. And then exhale, plant your hands, feet back, plank. Vashisthasana, side plank. So left hand is your base. Either roll onto the baby toe edge of your left foot as you lift your right arm to the sky. Or if you feel like modifying, left knee can come to the ground. Absolutely no big deal. If your bottom knee is lifted, then rather than letting your hips sink down, lift your hips up as high as you can, and that'll help take weight out of your wrist and your shoulder. See if you can reach your right arm forward, lengthening your right side. Good. Maybe float your right leg up as well. See if you can lift your hips even higher as your right leg floats up. Take one last huge inhale, fullest expression for you today. And then exhale, plank or modify. Inhale at the top of your push-up, push the ground away. Slowly lower all the way down. Start with your baby cobra again. So just using back strength to lift your heart, and then move into your locus pose. So float your hands, reach them back. Float your feet, reach them back. Stay here, or if you would like, option to interlace your fingers. See if you can use the leverage of your arms to lift a little bit higher. So shoulders really open. See if you can lift and pull your knuckles back. Hug in with your inner thighs. Breathe down into your belly. Yes, beautiful job, friends. One last huge inhale. Lift, lift, lift. Exhale, release. Rest your head to either side. So just belly to the ground, like a belly to the ground shavasana for a moment. You can wiggle your hips side to side. You can windshield wiper your shins. Sometimes I like to take one of my hands to my low back and I try to see if I can feel a rise and fall there as I breathe. Send your breath all the way down into low belly, low back. in your next few rounds, 3 to 5 rounds. Tabletop position. So if you want to come up and take some cat-cows, child's pose, and then eventually just your regular tabletop. Good, friends. So remember, as you move into your tabletop, it seems like a pretty basic pose, but if you pay attention, there's a lot going on. So spread your fingers, push the ground away, and then find that connection to center. Regular tabletop position if you're not already there, with a neutral spine. And then take your left arm forward, right leg back this time. Left arm forward, right leg back. Spinal balance. Good, Harlan. So as you reach forward and back, you don't have to look forward. Your gaze can stay down. Back of your neck can stay long. Belly to, or navel to spine. Belly button to spine. So feel that connection. Take one more inhale. Long, strong, powerful line of energy. Exhale, elbow to knee like you're moving through molasses. Curl in. Make the movement as smooth as possible. Inhale, re-extend. Long, strong, straight line. Exhale, elbow to knee. So feel from the inside, the emptying out. Good. Inhale, reach, re-extend. Now moving into our half bow. Left hand reaches back, right knee bends. Lift your heart and lift your gaze. So you're not just lifting your head with your neck, but you're lifting your chest by using your mid and upper back mobility. Grab hold of your foot or your ankle if you can. Kick, foot into hand. Pull hand back into foot as you hug in with your inner thighs to stay out of your low back. Breathe down into your low belly. Soften your face. One last round, maybe even spread your toes. End of your exhale, come back into your spinal balance. Slowly reach forward and back. Nice job. Exhale one more time. Elbow to knee round. Hollow out, empty out. Good job. Reach, re-extend, inhale. And then let it go as you exhale. Left leg extends out to the left, toes face forward, that half wide-legged straddle position with our legs. Right arm out to the right, reach as high as you can, open up through the right side of your chest, inhale, and then exhale, thread it through. So reach, 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 then come down to rest outside of your shoulder, very gently on the outside of your head. So you don't want to put all your weight in your head or your shoulder. So see if you can feel that connection to center still. There's that little lift. Use your breath to hold and support you. Upper back, mid back, low back, expand with your inhales. Exhale ever so slowly, all the way to empty every single time. Last couple of breaths. If you do happen to have your left palm lifted, bring your left hand back to the earth. Next time you inhale, unthread your right arm, and one more time, reach it up, 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 up. Right hand comes down as you exhale. Pick up your left foot, swing your left tiptoes off the right side of your yoga mat, and then pull your hips over to the left as you gaze back to the right. So maybe bending your right elbow, rounding your spine a little, or arching your spine a little. Find your sweet spot. Lengthen your left side body. One more round. Yes, love it. And then come back, tabletop position. Downward facing dog. Walk it out in your down dog for a moment. If you want to take your own vinyasa, you can. Good job, my friend. Inhale your right leg to the sky. And exhale, pigeon pose. Bring your right shin to the top of your mat and set your body down gently. So if you'd rather take this on your back or in a seat, always, that is an option. You can take it there if you'd rather. If you're taking regular pigeon, make sure you're not sinking into your hip joints. So if you can see me when I sink into my hip joints, this is what it looks like. So I'm plugging the femur bones into the socket. I'm pulling my right hip back as I take my heart forward. So your right butt cheek should not be flat on the ground. It should be a little bit above. And a big, spacious breath. Send each breath down into your hips. Maybe even visualize your breath moving around your hips, creating space, softening. Letting go of anything that's ready to be let go of. Open mouth exhales at any time. And just notice what comes, notice what goes, and let it. Notice your thoughts. So let your mind talk to you if that's what it wants to do. We can't turn it off. And sometimes the harder we try, the louder it becomes. So just detach from your thoughts and watch them. Let them come, let them go. Notice what your mind is doing when you're not paying attention. So it's probably doing the very same thing it does when you're paying attention. I think I read somewhere, it's like we have the same thoughts running through our mind 80% of the day. Drop out of your mind and drop deeper into your physical body, your felt sense. What's going on? If you just feel, if you visualize, what do you see? What colors are there? Can you notice a heaviness or a lightness inside of you? Can you notice any shapes? Maybe, maybe not. So you're just getting curious. Take about 3 more breaths into your pigeon. And we'll just kind of leave it up to you. So I'd say last big breath, if you would like, give it a huge open mouth sigh. When you are ready, begin transitioning back to your 3-legged down dog. You can get there however you want to. Give your right leg a nice little shake out. And then eventually just a regular down dog, walk it out. If you are on your back and you want to wait for us there, that's fine. Take any neutralizing movements on this side before moving to the other side. If you are back in a down dog, whenever you are ready, pigeon pose with your left shin forward. So left leg to the sky, left shin forward in your own time. No rush. Set yourself up with just as much care, awareness, intention as you did on the other side. And big deep breaths. Notice where are you tensing up or resisting without even realizing it. For me personally, a lot of times it's in my jaw or it's in my neck or shoulders. So notice, where do you hold your tension? Just subconsciously start to bring awareness to it. Practice breathing into those tight spaces, those hard edges. Maybe letting them soften. I'm gonna guess around 3 to 5 more breaths on this side. Open mouth exhales anytime you want. Please take your time. So if you want to take 5 more breaths in your pigeon, please do so. When you feel pretty even on both sides, and I'm just going to leave it up to you, start one last transition back to down dog. So maybe a 3-legged down dog first, then a regular down dog. And again, if you are already on your back, you want to wait for us there, perfectly fine. Take any neutralizing movements of your choice. No hurry. Good job, you guys. So back in that final down dog. Just feeling into all the space, all the length you have created through your morning yoga practice. Breathing into it. Take one last big inhale into your down dog. And then as you exhale, just gently set your knees on the ground and find your way onto your back, however you'd like to get there, whichever direction you would like to face. Once you're on your back, draw your knees towards your belly and find a gentle rock from side to side. Supine spinal twist of your choice. Let your knees fall over to the right. Left arm out to the left. So it can be as simple as just letting your knees fall to the right, or if you want to cross your legs, if you want to straighten one leg, if you want to take windshield wiper, just feet wide and then let your knees fall to the right. Lots of options. And start to give more and more of your weight to the ground with each breath. I like to keep my breath really deep, especially in a supine twist. I think it feels so good. But if it feels better to start to let your breath kind of dissipate as you move towards the end of our practice, that's fine. And after about 4 or 5 rounds on this side, just slowly switch to the other side. This is a quote by Ram Dass. It says, "Don't treat yourself so gingerly. You can let go of stuff. Sometimes it takes 3 breaths instead of 2, but you can do it. Be a little tougher and don't cling to stuff. People go around carrying everybody's stuff all of the time. I just pick it up and put it down. Pick it up and put it down." So I love that because it's hard to go through our lives without picking stuff up. It's almost impossible. But it's good to remember that we can just put it down. We don't have to carry it with us. We don't have to have all this heaviness inside of us all the time. Just put it down. Breathe it out. Maybe it takes 3 breaths instead of 2. Let it go. As you feel ready, as you feel even with your twist on both sides, Come back to center and find a happy baby pose. So just letting yourself put down whatever you are ready to no longer have to hold. The ground hold it for you. Give it to the earth. Just let it kind of wash away, wash off of you. And your happy baby, you can rock it out for a moment. You can stretch one leg and then the other. And then if there are any other postures, any other movements, anywhere else you want to go to complete your practice, and give yourself 5 to 10 breaths to just move through those last poses. Slowly begin your transition into your final resting pose. So one more little thought by Ram Dass as you find your way into your Shavasana. He says, the most exquisite paradox. As soon as you give it all up, you can have it all. As long as you want power, you cannot have it. The minute you don't want power, you will have more than you ever dreamed possible. So sometimes the more we want, the more we try, the harder it becomes. The more it just seems to slip right out of our grasp. So loosen your grip. Stop trying so hard. Just allow for whatever you feel to be felt, to come up, to move around, and then maybe to let go. Allow for whatever comes into your life to just come into your life without resistance, without avoidance. So we're learning from this practice to just respond to life from a place of presence, awareness, from a place of love. So if you have not already, begin to find your way into your corpse pose, your final Shavasana. And for these last few moments, I will play my bowls. So take in the sound, the vibration, the frequency. Take it in as medicine. So just let it move energy through you. If it feels uncomfortable, see if you can let it feel uncomfortable and just breathe into that, soften around that. Shavasana. Take a deep breath in. And big sigh, let it go. Just bringing very gentle movement back into your physical body. As you're ready, roll to either side, fetal position. And just take one last moment, curling into yourself in this nurturing pose. Take one last moment, being held completely by the ground. And just let all the energy from your practice, from the sound bath, let it all just sink in, absorb in. Let it become a part of your being. And use your arms to guide yourself up into seated meditation, facing towards the front of your mat, front of our space. And just close your eyes, gather your hands to your own heart, and bow your head to your own heart. Just acknowledge yourself for making the effort and taking the time to show up here, to roll out your yoga mat, to do your practice, to focus on your breath and connect with a deeper part of who you are. Thank you so, so much for letting me guide you. Namaste. Thank you so much, you guys. I forgot my donation bowl, so I'm just gonna put one of these sound bowls by the door for donations. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. No yoga next week if you weren't here when I said that. And then the week after, I'm at Mosaic. Good job. Yes. I don't know how am I even nothing, but I'll try. What's your name again? Gosh, dang it. Okay. I haven't seen you in a while, right? And when you walked in, I'm like, it's her. I haven't seen you in a million years in this class. Did you do your whole practice with your sunglasses on? No. Like, almost on your head the whole time. I was so impressed. I love you. Eric, what's up? You got the vids too. Yeah, bro. Yeah,
Love you.
you.